Hello friends, welcome to the online sessions of Renewable Energy Engineering. Myself Praveen Jinjala from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In today's session, we will discuss about the introductions of bioenergy and biogas plant. So throughout session we will discuss about what is bioenergy, what is biomass, sources of biomass, how to utilizations of bioenergy or applications of bioenergy, and at the last we will discuss about the different types of biogas plant. So let's start our session. First of all, we discuss about the biomass. What is biomass? Biomass is biological material derived from the living or recently living organism. Means it is one type of organic material, and we can also fermentize this type of material. So biomass is nothing but one type of organic material, and it is the one type of energy source. So the biomass can be either be used directly via combustion to the product heat or indirectly after the conversion into various form of biofuel. So the applications of biomass is to direct and indirect. We can also directly utilize for heat, or we can also directly utilize for conversions into heat for further application, and indirect we can also produce the biofuel. Conversions of biomass to the biofuel can be achieved by different methods, as like the thermal, chemical or biochemical methods. So these are the basic methods for conversions of bioenergy into useful energy. Example of biomass or types of biomass is like the wood fuel, rubbish, alcohol fuel, crops, land drip gas. So these are the many biomass in different form. So by utilizations of biomass we can easily convert the biomass into bioenergy or biogas. Next is source of biomass. There are the many source for biomass. As like that we can also utilize the source of biomass as like the industrial residue or industrial waste, forestry, or we can also utilize the wood for biogas generation, or agriculture crop or residual sewage, or we can also utilize the municipality solid waste or animal residues. So these are the sources of biomass, and it is available in different form, and all the sources has a different intensity and different converging phase or different energy, or we can also say it is the different calorific value. So that depends upon the availability of our biomass. We can convert the biomass into bioenergy or biomass into biofuel. Generally, biomass works on our carbon cycle, as like we are generally utilized from the organic material, means it is the one type of natural material, and we can also convert into small piece, or we can also directly convert into heat or in biogas. After the utilization it will be emit the CO2, and CO2 will be absorbed by trees. So it is one type of carbon cycle, and we can also generate the electricity, or we can also utilize for specific applications. It's like the in renewable field, space heating, space cooling, power generation. So these are the applications of biomass. Next is biogas generation stage. Biogas generally generated by three stages. First stage is our hydrolysis, means as like the protein, fat, cellulose or any organic material we can convert into small piece and mixing with the water. So it's called hydrolysis, means it is the first stage of biogas. Second stage, organic acidic or formations of acidic bacteria. So this is the second stage of biogas generation. It generally takes the 15 to 20 days for creation of bacteria. In third stage, methane bacteria formation, or we can also say that it is the stage of generations of biogas, means it is one type of methane gas. So the generation of biogas in three stages, first, second and third stage. In first stage generally hydrolysis, in second stage acidic bacteria forming, and in third stage methane bacteria forming. So biogas generally is generated in 3 stages. Now we will discuss about the types of biogas plant. There are basically 2 types of biogas plant, batch type plant and continuous type plant. Batch type plant generally used in industry, means in the example in sugar industry or yarn industry, every plant has a available different organic material. So we can also install the batch type plant, means it is the intermediate biogas plant. Second is continuous type biogas plant. Continuous means we can also get the continuously biogas, or if we have available continuous biomass, so we can also install the continuous type biogas plant. Continuous type biogas plant generally divided into sub 2 classification, floating gas holder type and fixed dome type. In floating gas holder means it is the one type of floater drum use, while in fixed dome type drum use in fixed position. So according to the position we can also classify. First we discuss about the batch type biogas plant. Generally it is utilized in industrial process and it is sub-classified into 1 stage or 2 stage biogas generation. If we have available of different biomass from the industrial purpose, so we can also insert this is the biomass in digester and it will be generate the biogas, and we can also utilize the biogas, and we can also some amount we can recirculate it. So this is the single stage or 1 stage or continuous or batch type dry biogas plant. Second is 2 stage or continuous or batch type biogas plant. In 2 stage, first stage will be inserted the biomass, we can also utilize for further second digester, and second digester biomass we can also insert it into first stage biogas digester. Means we can also get the biogas from the both digester or both biogas plant. Next is continuous type biogas plant. In generally market or in generally continuous type biogas plant maximum utilization according to its advantages compared to the batch type biogas plant, and it is easy to construct and production rate is higher compared to the batch type biogas plant. First is fixed dome type biogas plant, means dome will be remain fixed. This is the basic diagram of fixed dome type biogas plant. This is the inlet tank, means we have to also prepare the slurry, biomass in form of agriculture waste or agriculture crop or wood piece or animal ducts or municipality waste. So it may be in different form. We have to also add the water for making the slurry. In many large scale biogas power plant generation, we can also provide the one types of mixer or one types of chopper for conversions of large piece into small piece. This is our ground level. So whenever we add the slurry, so it will be goes into digester, or it's called one types of biogas generation dome. So due to the stages, in first stage we will add the hydrolysis, in second stage acidic bacteria will be formation, in third stage methane bacteria will be formation. So the by breathing process of bacteria, it will be emit the methane gas, and we can also utilize the methane gas as a biogas. So due to the generation of biogas, it will be create the back pressure, and due to the back pressure, slurry will be automatically passed to the outlet tank, and we can also utilize this for the agriculture purpose. This is the gas valve. It is used for the maintenance or the start or stop the flow rate or control the flow rate of biogas. And output biogas we can also utilize. Main utilizations of biogas for cooking purpose, second application in IC engine, or third application in space heating. So according to the requirement, we can also utilize the biogas. And it's called fixed dome type because this is the masonry construction or brick construction. It is used for in fixed type. So it's called fixed dome type biogas plant, or it's also called a Janta biogas plant because it is normally used in current, or it is utilizing in different rural area. Second is also one example of continuous type biogas plant, means it is also one type of fixed dome type biogas plant. It's called Deenbandhu biogas plant. Here the minorly changes in construction phase. Almost the fixed type is, almost construction is remain same. But in Deenbandhu biogas plant, outlet tank is one of the part of our digester. So it's called Deenbandhu biogas plant. This is the inlet tank. We can also add the slurry to the inlet and it will be goes to the digester. After the digester, it will be goes to the outlet tank, and outlet tank to the our final application or for agriculture purposes. So it's called Deenbandhu biogas plant. Next is continuous type biogas plant. Means it is the floating drum type biogas plant. Here the mostly metal drum will be float, or it is the one type of floating. Remaining construction is almost same as like the fixed dome type. This is the slurry, cattle or dug and waste, or we can also say it is the inlet tank. We have to prepare the slurry into inlet tank. It will be goes to the first digester. This is the partition. So due to the stages of biogas generation, we can also generate the gases, and gases will be collected in biogas collector floater, or it's called floating type biogas plant. We can also collect the biogas from the wall or from the pipeline to the our application. So it's called floating gas holder. Outlet will be goes to the outlet pipe to the outlet tank, and outlet tank level always lower than the inlet tank level. So this is our ground surface. So here we can also add the biomass, and it will be generate the biogas, and extra slurry will be goes to the outlet tank. So here the level different, inlet and outlet tank different. Also provided the support to the inlet and outlet tank. This is the partition wall. It is used for the increase the generation rate or maintain the biogas generation rate, because whenever we insert the fresh biomass, so it will be directly contact with the older biomass. So it will be decrease the temperature of older biomass. So we have to provide, or we have to maintain the constant temperature of the biogas plant. Now we will discuss about the factor affecting the biogas generation. There are the many factors affect on generation of biogas. First is solid to water ratio, or we can also say the cattle dog or gobar contains the 18% solid matter and near to 82% water, means it is one type of slurry. We have to also maintain the solid content near to 8 to 9%, or we can also mix with water in 1:1 weight ratio, or we can also increase the solid matter, crop residual, weed plant may be mixed. So the solid to water ratio should be maintained 1:1, and the biogas generation can be increased by increasing the solid water ratio. So it may be maintained mixing with the water in 1:1 weight ratio. Second is volumetric loading rate. It is also important, because volumetric loading rate will be decided to the biogas generation rate. If we increase the loading rate, so biogas will be decreased after the some time or after the some loading rate. So it should be not a higher or not a lower. So we have to maintain the loading rate, and it is generally 1 to 1.5 kg per meter cube per day. Means it is generally depends on your size of biogas plant. Third is temperature range. In biogas digester, we have to maintain 35 to 38 degree centigrade for maximum generations of biogas. If we decreasing the temperature as like the below 20 degree, so it will be stopped, or it will be decrease the biogas generation rate. And if we maintain the temperature or decrease the temperature below the 8 degree centigrade, means it will be stop the generation. So we have to maintain the temperature in the digester, and average temperature should be 35 to 38 degree centigrade. So for the maintenance of constant temperature, we are installing the biogas digester below the earth or under the earth for the proper maintaining the temperature. Next is shading. It is also important. Which type of biomass you are utilizing, how to utilize, what is the feed rate or its remaining time, it will also affect on the biogas generation. Next is pH value, means it is the representations of acidic and basic. Generally, we have to maintain 6.8 to 7.8 pH value for biogas generation. If we increase the pH value or decrease the pH value, so biogas generation will be decreased. Generally, we are considering 1 to 7 pH value is equal to acidic and 7 to 14 it is alkalic or basic. Next is carbon to nitrogen ratio. We have to maintain 30:1 carbon to nitrogen ratio for proper production of biogas. Next is retention time, means how many times biomass will be remain in digester. We have to also maintain this ratio for maximum utilizations of biomass. Example, 20 liter digester generally required 5 liter biomass per day. For retention time is 24 days. So this is the one example compared to the 120 liter digester. So it's also depend according to our size of digester. Which type of size you are selecting, or what is the biomass, or which type of biomass is available, its pH value, its the slurry or carbon to nitrogen ratio or temperature of geometry. So there are the many factor effects on the maintenance of digester. And striking digester contains which type of content is available. If you insert the toxic material, so it will be decrease the biogas generation rate. So we have to also maintain the different of biomass, slurry of biomass, temperature, pressure, pH value. So there are the many factors affecting on biogas generation. Thank you.